All right, folks, welcome back to another short episode of Affinity Restoration on the job. Once again, as you can see behind me, we've got it's a smaller home. It's only got 20 squares of roofing that's going to be done on it, but this is a very unique house. The homeowner reached out to us due to a couple of homes that we've done here in the Park Forest area, and saw our sign, saw that we've been doing a lot of good work and helping a lot of homes get renovated, restored out here due to storm, and wanted to see if we can get his home resolved or restored as well. And when we inspected it, it was a huge mess. A lot of as you'll see it in a few minutes here. Soffits were collapsing, the roof was collapsing. There's a massive leak in multiple rooms inside because the decking collapsed, and it's been going on some time, but nevertheless, as good as we are, we were able to convince the insurance company to approve it, and through that approval, a lot of things were provided. You'll see a little bit later, this thing has this home, or the roof has planks, 1x6 planks, and they're gapped about almost 3/4 of an inch apart, which got us nailable surface issues. So we were able to convince the insurance company to approve a redeck on it. So as you can see behind me, there's a pile of plywood that we're going to be putting on it. So the homeowner is getting a new roof, but a new solid decking because of a lot of the rotted decking. And a lot of us know in the industry that insurance companies don't normally pay for decking, but when there is a nailable surface issue, lack of nailable surface concern, then they will definitely pay for the redeck of the roof to ensure that the new shingles have enough surface to be able to nail to. Now, with that said, that gives us the ability to ensure that the roof is secure, the roof is solid, that we don't have to worry about, the existing planks or the existing decking to be rotting continuously even after we install. I mean, it would be detrimental and it would be unwise to install brand new, shingles on decking that's not able to sustain that new roof. So we got lucky with this one. The homeowner got lucky. He's very happy. We got the gutters with it as well. The storm did some number on the gutters that it actually dropped down and it flew off along with the soffit. So you'll see that we had to rebuild and prepare this house prior to this install that's going on. So with that said, let's take a look to see how the guys and the crew are doing and see what's going on with the install. But you'll see that like I said, with the main dwelling, the main house, there's a detached garage, and the homeowner likes the surrounding to be a little bit of a forest style. He likes that forest style. So you'll see in the back that it's gonna make it a little difficult for us to do the job, I guess, and the cleanup, of course, because of all of the trees and I guess plantation in the back that we have to kind of work around and pick up the debris from. But as always, Affinity Restoration gets the job done. We always do at all times. So this is Affinity Restoration at its finest. So let's take a look to see. Let's go up on the roof. Again, this is raw and uncut. You'll see it as we basically see it as well, and hopefully see what's going on. So let's see what's entail now. All right, as you can see, the material was delivered by Beacon this morning, really early. Normally they arrive right around between 9 and 10 o'clock. They got it here around 7:30 this morning, according to the homeowner, which is good. See the decking that's going to be put onto it, shingles. It's going to get a ridge vent system, of course, and then the soffit panels that we're gonna be putting on later this afternoon. We're not gonna try to work with the soffits while the crew is tearing this up, just because it's gonna get a little dirty. As always, synthetic underlayment. We don't do paper here, we don't. And the best quality shingle out there, Duration Shingles from Owens Corning. This one is the Quarry Gray. So We're gonna be going up here. This roof has 4 layers of shingle. Yes, I said it right. 4 layers of shingle. Homeowner didn't know that he had 4 layers of shingle on this thing. And as you can see, there's the space decking. So the problem with the space decking and why the insurance company had to approve it is because, so let's pick a spot here. So for example, this area right here, these are 1x8 planks, okay? This area right here is gapped over a 1/4 inch. Well, by code, anything above a 1/4 inch poses a nailable surface issue. What's nailable surface? Now imagine putting the underlayment on this, right? And then afterwards, you're about to shingle it. Well, when the nails, basically, when the shingles are nailed down, and that nail happened to accidentally line up with this gap, well, you can pretty much imagine that the nail will just shoot right through, and it's not actually holding the shingle down on anything. So that's a nailable surface. That alone allowed us to convince the insurance company that, listen, although decking is normally the responsibility of the homeowner, in this case, it's the responsibility of the insurance company to bring this home back up to code. Now, up to code, you know, it doesn't apply to every policy out there. A lot of policies out there don't have code upgrade provisions, which means that the homeowner signed up for a policy that is, you know, lower in premium, but gave up the provision of code upgrades anytime that there's work to be done on their home. Well, this particular policy actually had code upgrade provisions that says that, you know, that it's the insurance company's responsibility to bring the home back up to code when we are working on it. So this nailable surface right here just basically helped the homeowner get a brand new decking for his roof. So as you can see, a lot of the tear-offs have already been completed. The gutters on the front side there is gone. The gutters are still here on this side, and it's not in good condition, folks. You can kind of see that this is a task. Although it's a smaller roof, between the house and the garage, there's 20 squares. There's the garage. It's you know, although it's only 20 squares, that should be a very simple job. But the fact that it's got 4 layers of shingles and deteriorated like this, yeah, it's gonna be a task. It's gonna be a task for our crew today. Here in this area, we had to tarp this for a little bit because it is collapsing. As you can see, it's collapsing. No, this home is not an abandoned home. Somebody does live here, and you know, been putting up with this situation for some time. Now, what's going on with this pipe jack? I have no idea why this thing is wrapped in cloth and plastic and white duct tape. But here, this area here is actually between 2 different areas. Where I'm standing on right here is the laundry room, and then over here is the bathroom. So there's a wall here, and this leaking actually affected the bathroom and the laundry room. So after the construction is done, possibly in the next day or 2, we'll be back here to actually do the internal work for the ceiling repair, the wall repairs on the inside of the home. And here's some places where you can see it. Look how bad that is right there. We had to rebuild the fascia, sister beam a lot of the rafters because, you know, it's so deteriorated and rotted that, you know, it would cause problems. But we have to rebuild all of that before the new decking goes in, and that goes all the way across the entire length of the back side of the house. New fascia had to be put on, and today we're going to be sheet metaling the fascia to basically cover them up, ready for the soffits and of course the soffit vents. So again, this is going to be a challenge. And as you can see, the gutters down there already, the storm basically took the gutters down along with the soffits. There's some materials on that side that came down already from the storm. You know, we just held on to them. Anytime that a storm basically takes something off of your home or damages your home, we always suggest the homeowners not to toss them yet. Take pictures, takes lots of pictures, and don't toss the components that it came with, just because of the fact that if you toss them and the insurance company says, where are they, and is there proof that 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 it actually went away, then of course it's going to be a problem when you have to show proof that it actually was from the storm. So we always tell people, don't toss them, keep them for a little bit, and then when the inspection happens, we can show proof that it actually was there and it was actually damaged. So the good news is they started about 30 minutes ago, and as you can see, one slope of the front of the house is already done. They're just now removing the nails, which means they're going to be decking shortly. But the challenging part of the decking is going to be this side, the back slope, because of this, because of the collapsed section of the roof. Okay, so we've got this thing going. I'll keep you guys posted more and more on the updates as we get through today, and of course the rebuilding of certain components and parts of the home. So once again, we appreciate your time, and we thank you for taking the time to watch this video and hopefully learn a little bit more of who Affinity Restoration is, what we do, what we specialize in. But at the end of the day, it's very simple. Affinity Restoration gets the job done, and this is us at its finest. We'll see you shortly. All right, folks, we're back for a short update here. As you guys can see, our crew is carefully, I repeat, carefully taking this section apart. This is where that dipping was and the tarp previously. And here's the reason why they got to do this carefully. The entire decking collapsed already. As you can see, holes, big chunks of holes on this thing. And yes, we were standing on top of this when we were doing the inspection, and as you can see, it is bad, but it's gonna be really nice and pretty after we're done. Look at that. All right, we just gotta make sure our crew stays safe and careful. We don't want anybody shooting down the ceiling inside the house. That is collapsed ceiling. That is bad. That is bad. Look at that. But that's what we're here to do. We are here to restore our customers' homes the right way, the secure way, and make this home look pretty and beautiful once again. So just wanted to kind of show you guys a real quick update as to what's happening right now. But that is, for the lack of better terms, messed up. And to imagine this homeowner, as nice of a gentleman he is, was living here. He was living underneath this roof that at any given moment could have collapsed. Wow. That is impressive. I don't know what else words I can use. That's impressive. That is impressive. Wow. All right, so it looks like our guys are able to get to it. So as you can see, like I told you, this homeowner loves the forest atmosphere, the forest look. So he's got these big giant trees here. And on the garage, you can see that one tree is already growing into the garage. So we got to fix that and resolve that to make sure that we can still shingle properly and fix the fascia around it. But going back to here, you can see all of these right here. That's insane. So there's going to be some rebuilding going on here. There's going to be some rebuilding going on. So this is insane. Look at this guy. It looks like he's skiing backwards with those pitchforks. Look at him ski. Isn't that how you ski? Up or down the mountain? But he's going forward. Wow. This is crazy. Yep, Manny's just take it all, Manny. Take just rip it out, Manny. Yep, take out a whole. Yep. Oh yeah, we have to rebuild it back up. That is crazy, folks. All right, we'll keep you posted on the excitement of this collapsed ceiling, and then we're gonna have to clean up the inside a little bit on the. As you can see, the insulation, all that stuff. And then when we basically go into the attic, we'll have to replace the insulation as well, just because a lot of this insulation got wet. So we can't leave that behind for the homeowner. So we'll have to notify the insurance company that we are putting new insulation in this home. Wow, you guys, that's crazy. That's wicked. Look at that. That's the eave. There's the new soffit that was built, and as you can see, we put new beams and new bars. We'll put more beams and rafters on the other side of the sister beam, just to make sure that we have solid boards before we put the new fascia in. All right, we'll see you shortly, folks. Stay tuned. This is gonna be an exciting day and very rewarding day once we see that it's been completed and been restored. We'll see you shortly. All right, folks, we are back again for a short update real quick. So as you can see, the entire roof has already been stripped. And interestingly enough, as you see here, this was the damaged area, so we're repairing this, putting new decking underneath so that we can put the new decking on top of that rebuilt decking. But we found 4 little kittens here, so we'll show you a picture of it. But 4 little kittens without the mama, so we're not sure where the mama is, but we're gonna try to see if we can find a shelter for them. My crew put them in a box for now, gave them a little bit of water. I was thinking milk, but unfortunately the crew does not run with milk. They're inside that box, which I'll show you a little bit later. But anyways, back to the roof. We got this. They're gonna cut this out later because it's gonna have a ridge vent that goes all the way across, and this one should be a reasonable build, easy enough. We just gotta take all the debris out of there in the attic, and then put some 1x8s on it so that we can rebuild it back up before we put the new sheathing on top of it for a full new redeck. So as you can see here, they're starting to redeck this side. Yep. So everything would be nice and neat here shortly. So all right, well, thought I'd give you guys an update on what's going on. It's gonna be a good long day for us here, even if it's such a small project of 20 squares. But the fact of all the repair that needs to be done on this house before the roofing goes on is gonna slow us down a little bit. So, but I've got faith in my guys that they will get this done by the end of today. Absolutely. So as soon as this decking goes in, it's pretty much, you know, ice and water, synthetic, and start shingling. So they'll be pretty quick. I'll keep you guys posted, and stay tuned. All right, folks, another short update as to what's going on here at Park Forest. It's been a long morning, but that's okay. This is what we do. This is how we get the job done. You can hear the gun starting to go. Check it out. So, new decking is now on. Shingles are up here. 6-foot ice and water shield already coming down. So there are no more nailable surface issues. As you can see here, from what earlier you saw, there was a giant hole right here. So we literally had to, first build up the decking underneath it, and then put the new decking on top of it, just because of that hole that we had, that we created. These are not nailed in yet, so they're gonna basically nail this in here shortly. As you can see, they're still popping up. They're still popping up just because it's almost like framing things up, you know. It's one of those things where you measure twice, cut once kind of situation. So as you can see, Everything looks nice and pretty. The homeowner should be loving this here shortly when he gets back from work. Ridge vent hole has been cut. So they're gonna go in. So now you can see that they're starting to shingle. Now, as always, besides the 6-foot ice and water shield, our guys or our crew do not use flipped up base shingles for starters. You can see right here, we got the starter strip with a little adhesive at the very tip of it, so the edge, so that basically it sticks nice and pretty. It's a nice looking shingle. It's got some texture to it. Quarry gray, look at that, It's nice and pretty. Nice and pretty, nice and straight lines, look at that. Look at that. So we put a ton of screws in here, or nails, sorry. Put a ton of nails in each shingle, anywhere between 6 to 7. Why? This is Illinois, folks. We get a lot of high winds up in here. Hello, Windy City? Ever heard of that? So, minimum requirement on an Owens Corning is a minimum of 4 nails. But we put 6 because we'll spare the cost on the extra nail just to make sure that our roof stays intact during those high winds. That's when we get the most props. Our previous customers would call us and say, hey, listen, just to let you know, your roof stayed on while my neighbor's roof was shingles were flying off of their roofs, and ours stayed down just because it's Owens Corning, baby. That's just how we roll. That's how we roll. I'm gonna give you a little bit of an update on what's going on at the bottom. So there's the garage. We're gonna start on that. That's gonna be really quick and easy for them to do. But here, what we've been working on this morning, we were waiting for them to put the decking on top here because, ta-da, we've got the soffits in. We've got the soffits in all the way down so that we can put the soffit sheet metal on it here shortly. So we're doing good. Schedule's good. So hopefully by noon, 1 o'clock, maybe by 1 o'clock, 75% of the main house roof is done. Then we can concentrate on this side right here. Now this one's gonna get a little trickier because we want to build this really nice. The problem is the homeowner likes that forest look, right? Like that jungle type look. Well, here's the problem, folks. As you can see, the tree grew too big and it penetrated and damaged the garage itself. Well, it's our task to get it fixed. So we're probably gonna have to cut out new fascia boards to build out to it. We can't chop the tree. The homeowner won't allow us to chop the tree. So we're just gonna have to build around it and make it look nice and pretty and secure so that the inside of the roof or the house is not, or the garage is not compromised. So you can see here, it's looking good. It's looking good. We're gonna take care of it. So there it is, folks. There's your 2-3 minutes of an update as to what's happening with our roof at this time. So looking gorgeous, looking pretty. Nailing down this side already. So it's a nice rectangular roof, so it should basically get done pretty rapidly just because these guys can work these nail guns quickly. All right, I'll keep you posted here in the next hour or two to see their progress, but so far so good, folks. Thank you for watching, and we'll be right back. All right, folks, welcome back to the final setting of this roof we got going on here in Park Forest. I was kind of busy rebuilding the soffit, the fascia, and putting the fascia covers and soffit covers, aluminum soffit covers, that I did not get to update you guys on their progress here. I mean, these guys are so quick that you blink and they're done. So check it out. So this is your Quarry Gray Owens Corning, beautifully done. Of course, beautiful roof. I wish I was able to update you guys on a process. You guys saw it halfway done earlier. I would have loved to actually get it shown a little bit more. Unfortunately, I was preoccupied, but nevertheless, gorgeous. Gutters are going in on Saturday. So today's Thursday. Gutters are coming in on Saturday, basically front and rear gutters. Look at that. Look at that. That is gorgeous. The nice thing, the cool thing about the shingle earlier, when it was so bright and so sunny, the shingle from the ground looks black. It actually looks black. It didn't look like, you know, it had texture. And then obviously when the sun goes down, this is what it looks like during the darker side or in the afternoon. So it, you know, it's like it changes color throughout the day, pretty much is what it is. So as you can see, looks gorgeous. Looks gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that ridge vent system that we got going on here. That's as straight as an arrow there, buddy. That's just how we do things. Pipe jacks with a pipe boot. It's gonna get a nice paint job on it a little bit later to make sure that everything looks black up in here. Look at that. And remember this area over here earlier? It had like a giant hole that goes into the bathroom and the laundry room. Not anymore. Look at that. Look how flat that is. That is what we do, folks. Affinity Restoration at its finest. At its finest. So, all right. And now the crew is actually on the garage side. As you can see, they're shingling one side of it already, so they're moving really quick. They've got 3 guns going over there. One guy over here cutting up fascias because this thing it was really rotted. You guys saw it earlier. So we're finishing up replacing the fascia board just so that it looks nice and pretty. Obviously, it's the homeowner's responsibility to paint it if he wants to. We could come back in and paint it as well, obviously, to his choosing as far as what color he wants. But the previous one was just basically white that, you know, got faded. So there's Jonathan. Watch this guy on the gun. Look at that. This guy has no patience for shingles. No patience. No patience for shingles. Look at this. Look at this guy. Superstar. Superstar. I mean, I'm surprised though his guns doesn't run out of bullets. Look at that. That has no patience for shingles. No patience. He loves it. He loves it. Oh, new coil. New coil. Let's see. New coil. Here we go. Look at that. Awesome. Awesome work. Awesome work. Obviously, these guys are rushing and trying to go as fast as possible just because of the fact that they want to go home as well. You know, they don't want to be out here late into the night, right? So we're going to get this thing done. And since this side is already almost done, they're going to be moving on to the other side. And what you see that guy doing right there is actually cutting around a tree. Like I told you, the homeowner likes his privacy and all of these trees around him. He loves this stuff. So he allowed some of these trees to grow around or to grow into the roof. So there's a little notch that he's cutting into the decking to make sure that that tree stays in place. Obviously not having to cut it or, you know, do something with it, but looking good. Again, we don't use paper, so as you can see, that's rhino roof right there. That's synthetic underlayment on a garage, folks. That's a garage with synthetic underlayment. That's how classy these roofs are. Doesn't matter if your house is almost ready to fall apart, we will bring it back to life, folks. We will bring it back to life. So, all right. Well, that's what we got so far with these shingles. I'm gonna go up on the garage right now and do the final pictures up there. But basically, we are good to go. We are golden. So we're gonna come down the roof. Hopefully the ladder is still there. I'll show you the rebuilt soffit and the rebuilt fascia. There's Manny right there, our foreman, Manny. Cleaning up, everybody doing their job. It's a whole heap of mess over here right now, but that's okay. It's all gonna get fixed. There's the soffit fascia, full cover, full soffit, full fascia cover. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous. That's just how we do things here, folks. That's how we do it. Gutters coming in on Saturday. That's gonna nicely put a nice trim line around this perimeter. Big size 5-inch gutters and oversized downspouts 3x4s. All right, folks. Well, stay tuned for the final 2-3 minutes of this episode. We're gonna drone this when it's completely done, and if it gets done and getting dark a little bit, then we'll wait until tomorrow to drone it, but we'll get an aerial shot
of this new completed home for our wonderful client here in Park Forest. So thank you once again for taking the time to watch Affinity Restoration at its finest. We hope that you will continue to watch our future episodes, and if you need help and having some trouble with some insurance companies out there, do not hesitate to ask. Our phone number is listed on the description. All right, peace out, people. Have a good one.